Welcome to the BioBalance HealthCast, episode 699. Vitamin E is vital to healthy aging.
BioBalance HealthCast features conversations about anti-aging medicine. Your host is Dr. Kathy Maupin, Medical Director of BioBalance Health and a leading expert in treating symptoms of aging. Dr. Maupin is the author of The Secret Female Hormone, the seminal work about testosterone replacement therapy for women, and Got Testosterone, the award-winning book for men that helps men choose the most effective and safe form of testosterone replacement. These books are available on Amazon or from Dr. Maupin's office at BioBalance Health in St. Louis and in Kansas City. Dr. Maupin's office is currently accepting new patients.
Welcome to the BioBalance HealthCast. Today I'm going to talk about another supplement that is very important for you to take to prevent unhealthy aging so that you can age in a healthy fashion. Vitamin E is one of the 4 fat-soluble vitamins. It is in a group with vitamin D, vitamin K, vitamin E, and vitamin D. So all 4 of those vitamins are fat-soluble vitamins. They are stored in our bodies. So what that means is we shouldn't be taking too much because it can actually cause damage if we take too much of any of those 4 vitamins. And it should be taken because we do need all of those vitamins for the cellular activities in our life. So if you think about it, our body is one type of living thing, and it's made up of tissues. Tissues are made up, or organ systems, then it's made up of tissues, then it's made up of cells. If your cells aren't getting what they need, then the rest of your body is not going to work well and you're going to be sick. So one of the things that I have to combat is all of the things that were said about vitamin E 20 or 30 years ago. People were taking vitamin E at too high a dose. Therefore, it came out that you shouldn't be taking vitamin E. That's simply not true. You should just do it in moderation. Vitamin E should be taken at a level of 800 MIUs, international units, milli international units. You should take less than that a day, not over that. Usually the dose is 400 to 800. And that is something that you need to know right up front. Don't double it. Don't triple it. Don't think more is better, because it's not. After 800, it goes right downhill. It's not good for you after that. So, but what does it do? Well, vitamin E is an antioxidant. It actually stops the changing of your cells by radiation, by toxins, by viruses. It keeps you healthy on a cellular level. Therefore, it helps your immune system. So during COVID, we wanted everybody to take vitamin E because that was helping them with their immune system. And that's how we prevent getting a virus, is keeping our immune system healthy. We also want to control inflammation. Inflammation is something that many of us have, and inflammation breaks your good tissues down. So good tissues, your muscles, your bones, your brain, every kind of disease has inflammation associated with it. Inflammation, when you have an injury and you need to heal, is good inflammation. Every other kind of inflammation is not good inflammation. It's overkill, and it breaks down your tissues. Vitamin E prevents that overkill. It doesn't prevent the good inflammation when you need it. It prevents the inflammation that breaks your tissues down. So when I see people in my office who have a very high CRP, highly sensitive CRP, CRP is a measurement of inflammation. Oftentimes it's from an autoimmune disease. It can be from a chronic virus. It can be because they eat junk food, seriously, or they're obese. It can be because their bodies are just inflamed from too much activity, not enough activity. everything is about moderation. I mean, we can do damage to ourselves by running a marathon. If you're not fit for it, you can hurt yourself doing that. It's not good for you. People have heart attacks when they're running a marathon if they're not prepped for it. So everything is about moderation in life and in maintenance of our cellular health. So a new study came out. It was a long-term study on vitamin E, and it found that people with the highest, not over high, but the highest vitamin E blood levels actually had the lowest mortality. They had the fewest diseases as well. So people who had sustained a high vitamin E level did not have as many illnesses and lived longer. I mean, that's as much proof as I can give you that you should be taking vitamin E every day. In another long-term study they did on people with COPD, chronic lung disease, not always from smoking, but most people it's from smoking. So COPD, these folks had a decreased mortality from their disease if they took vitamin E, because vitamin E affects every cell, not just your brain, not just your skin, but every cell, including your lungs. Also, vitamin E also was found to counteract fatty liver. Fatty liver is usually secondary to consumption of too many carbs, prediabetes, diabetes, but a high carb diet over a lifetime. So vitamin E can be used to decrease the severity of your fatty liver. Who knew? But that's another one of the great things that it can do for you. Where do we find vitamin E in food? And that's very important. Vitamin E is found in nuts like almonds, hazelnuts, sunflower seeds, and pine nuts. Pine nuts are like the Italian nuts that they use in cooking. Oils. Olive oil is primarily my favorite type of vitamin E. Sunflower oil and wheat germ. All of those foods contain vitamin E. Animal products like salmon, rainbow trout, and chicken eggs contain vitamin E. Vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and avocados. And lastly, the fruit include kiwi, mango, and blackberries. So you can get your vitamin E from these foods. If you don't eat any of these foods every day, then you should probably take a vitamin E pill. It looks like a very tiny, clear, yellowish oil pill. And it's best absorbed when you are eating a meal. It requires, for its absorption, it requires the enzymes that your stomach and intestines produce to be well absorbed. So, for how much should you take? So, for adults, you should take 400 to 800 IUs a day. That's how it's written. That's how it is stated on the bottle, is 400 or 500 or 600 or 800 IUs a day, not more. But you should take that amount per day. And if you take that every day, then you will be helping your body fight all of the things that cause inflammation from our environment. So you're putting on like a protection so that you don't get high levels of inflammation damaging all of your cells and your tissues. It also is going to help you prevent getting all kinds of infections, because your immune system is going to work better. Vitamin E is also, it wasn't in the studies I was reading, it wasn't really stressed, but I've read many other studies where vitamin E protects against fibrocystic breast disease. So that is another reason to take vitamin E, is to prevent against the fibrous cysts that can kind of fool you when you're getting your mammogram. Fibrous cysts don't cause breast cancer, but they can sometimes hide the breast cancer from the mammogram. So getting rid of those is always important to finding any kind of breast cancer. So if you have any of these things, or if you feel like you're sick all the time, or if you have inflammation at all your joints and you're in pain, then this is one of the things that is over the counter, easy to take, doesn't make you sick. As long as you stay within the parameters of dosage, it's going to make you well or help you stay well. So I don't see a downside. I like to eat some of these foods, but I don't eat them every day. I don't know anybody who does. I try to have olive oil every day because that's one of the best parts of the Mediterranean diet. And one of the reasons is it has vitamin E, but it has other elements that make you healthier. So that's really all I have to say about vitamin E. I thank you for listening, and I hope that you take my advice. I hope you get some vitamin E and put it into your daily divider for your supplements, and stay well.
Email your questions or comments to podcast@biobalancehealth.com. You can find the BioBalance Healthcast on iTunes and on YouTube. For more information about bioidentical hormone pellet therapy and other reverse aging solutions, visit biobalancehealth.com or call 314-993-0963. You can find Dr. Maupin on Twitter @Dr. Kathy Maupin and on Facebook at facebook.com/biobalancehealth.